This video is brought to you by Saraswati Vidyalaya Unni. This is Prapti. Today we are going to study about the respiration and circulation. From that we are going to study about the types of closed circulation. In that, first one that is single circulation and the second one that is double circulation. Now let's see.
Hello friends. Now today we are going to see the types of circulation. Okay, in the last lecture we have seen about the two types of circulation, open circulation and the closed circulation. Now here in the closed circulation, two types we are going to study. In that, first one is there. So that first one, which is known as the single circulation, and the second one is there, that is known as the double circulation. As I have already explained you, single circulation, as per the name only, this names only gives us information. Single circulation means blood flows through the heart only once. That's why it is known as the single circulation. Now double circulation means blood flows through the heart twice. That's why it is known as the double circulation. Now let's see about the first one, which is known as the single circulation. Okay, in this single circulation, so here this type of circulation mainly occurs in fishes. Okay, in this single circulation, blood passes through heart. Blood flows through heart, blood passes through heart. Only once. Okay, that's why it is known as the single circulation, as I have already given you the example. Always what happened, so these deoxygenated blood, see this, I have shown you the diagram here. So these deoxygenated bloods I have shown with the help of blue color. So the deoxygenated blood from this heart, this is the heart. Okay, from this heart, deoxygenated blood enters into the gills. Now whenever it enters into the gill, see that it is fish. In the fish's lungs are not present. So in the fish's gills are present. Okay, so then these deoxygenated blood which convert into the oxygenated blood. Into the oxygenated blood. Okay, means here what happened, these gills are there. These gills are very important for the oxygenation. Oxygenation means what? So that blood which is impure blood, these gills are converting into the pure blood. Means deoxygenated blood converts into the oxygenated blood. Then that blood from that gill capillaries, it passes towards the different body parts. It passes towards the tissues. It passes towards the cells. Whenever it passes towards the cell, okay, or the tissues, so then that blood becomes the deoxygenated. Again that carbon dioxide enters into it, because by using this different organs, so then the blood becomes the deoxygenated blood, and then this deoxygenated blood again enters into the heart. Means in the heart the deoxygenated blood is passing. Remember this one, and this passing is only once. That's why it is known as a single circulation. And this type of circulation, it is also known as the venous circulation. Now why it is known as a venous circulation? Because in this, from the heart, deoxygenated blood is always flowing, not the oxygenated blood. Okay, so that deoxygenated blood is passes through that heart. You can say that only and only deoxygenated blood is passes through heart. That's why it is known as the venous circulation. Understood? Single circulation. Okay, see that once again I will tell you. In the single circulation which occurs in the fishes, in the single circulation blood passes from heart into the gills. So that blood which is passes, so that is the deoxygenated blood, and then deoxygenated blood enters into the gills. Why it enters into the gills? For the oxygenation purpose. Okay, then the deoxygenated blood becomes the oxygenated, and then that deoxygenated blood is passes towards the different body parts, tissues or the cells. Okay, then that oxygenated blood becomes the deoxygenated. Okay, then it enters into the heart. Through this vein it enters into the heart. Like this is the single circulation, means from that heart only once that blood is passes. That's why it is known as a single circulation. Then here, as I have already explained you, that venous circulation. Venous circulation means what? Here from this heart only deoxygenated blood is passing. That's why it is known as the venous circulation. And this type of circulation occurs only and only in the fishes. Okay? Now next topic is there, that is known as the double circulation. We have already studied about this single circulation. Here we have given information about that. In the single circulation it occurs in the fishes. Now this double circulation in human being and birds and mammals, this double circulation occurs. Now what is the meaning of double circulation? Double circulation means what? In this blood, in this type of circulation, blood passes through heart, or you can say that blood passes or blood flows through heart twice during each cycle. Remember this word, twice during each cycle. So that time it is known as the double circulation. Okay, in these both the types, means oxygenated blood is also passing through the heart only, and deoxygenated blood is also passing through the heart only. Okay, now see that the small diagram I made here. See that human heart, or the in the double circulation the heart get divided into the two parts. Okay, in that heart get divided into the 4 parts. Okay, here this 2 part, it is known as the right atrium. Okay, and this is known as the right ventricle. Is known as the left atrium, and it is known as the left ventricle. Now in short we'll see about this double circulation. In this double circulation, this deoxygenated blood enters into the right atrium. Okay, which type of blood I said? That is deoxygenated blood. Means which contain carbon dioxide and large amount. See that purposely I have shown this blue color. So from that right atrium it enters into the right ventricle. Afterward, in one of the topic, I'll explain you in detail how it moves. So what are the walls are involved in this, that I'll explain you afterward. But remember this one, this deoxygenated blood enters into the right atria, then it enters into the right ventricle. Through this right ventricle, then this blood enters into the lungs. Why it enters into the lungs? For the oxygenation purpose. As I have already explained you, oxygenation means what? It converts this deoxygenated blood into oxygenated blood. Okay, then from the lungs, from the pulmonary veins, after the deoxygenation, then after the oxygenation, then that blood becomes the oxygenated. Now this blood becomes the oxygenated blood, means this blood becomes a pure blood. Now this oxygenated blood, it enters into this left atrium. Understood? See that once again I'll tell you. This deoxygenated blood, it enters into the heart from this right atrium. It is deoxygenated blood, and that's why I have shown with the blue color. Then from right atrium, it enters into the right ventricle. From right ventricle, it enters into the lungs, or you can say that the pulmonary passage. Okay, means who carries this deoxygenated blood? So here these pulmonary arteries are there. See that these are the pulmonary artery. It is artery. What is there in our mind? Artery always carries the oxygenated blood, but here it is the pulmonary artery. This pulmonary artery carries the deoxygenated blood. Okay, and they carried this deoxygenated blood towards what? Towards the lungs. Now what is the function of these lungs? Lungs doing the function is of oxygenation. It converts that deoxygenated blood into the oxygenated. Then that oxygenated blood enters into the pulmonary veins. See that it is pulmonary veins. Veins should carry the oxygenated blood, but here exception is there. This pulmonary veins carries the oxygenated blood, and these pulmonary veins carries the oxygenated blood towards the left atrium. So this type of circulation means here what happened, that blood passes through lungs. Okay, so this type of circulation, which is known as the pulmonary circulation. Now here what happened? Now from the heart, the oxygenated blood enters. Okay, now let's see about the next thing. Now here that oxygenated blood, this oxygenated blood enters into heart. Okay, that oxygenated blood enters into the heart through the left atrium. Then through that left atrium, it enters into the left ventricle, and through the left ventricle, then it passes with the help of pulmonary vein, means here it passes towards the systemic aorta, and through the systemic aorta, then it passes toward the different tissues or cells, or you can say that body parts. Now here what happened? These tissue cells or the body parts, so they are utilizing that oxygenated blood, and they are converting that oxygenated blood into the deoxygenated blood. Okay, then they are converting that blood into the deoxygenated blood, and then this deoxygenated blood enters into the right atrium. Okay, so like this means here whenever the blood, that oxygenated blood passes into the heart, so then from the heart it enters into the systemic aorta. So this type of circulation, it is known as the systemic circulation. This type of circulation, it is known as the systemic circulation. Means, see that now on the basis of this diagram, hope so you all understood. Here what happened, from the heart the deoxygenated blood is also passing, and as well as oxygenated blood is passing. But here see this, in the single circulation what happened? Only and only deoxygenated blood is passes through the heart. But in the double circulation it is not like that. In the double circulation, deoxygenated blood is also passes through the heart, and oxygenated blood is also passes through the heart. So means what? Here the blood passes through heart. Okay, the blood passes through heart twice. Okay, the blood passes through heart twice. That's why this type of circulation, it is known as the double circulation. Okay, and which occurs mainly in birds as well as mammals. Okay.